When I contemplate my birth, I explore the distance between pain and pleasure. An orgasm creates the seed. The masculine penetrates to fill. The feminine opens, receives, holds. The womb becomes a portal for new life. In birth there is pain, a gift, a sacrifice, a window into existence, opening through a form of suffering. My mother's womb held me, and she held many other things too. Her womb, your womb, my womb, a vessel of the wound, a mirror of repressed and punished innocence, something like original sin encoded into our DNA. Consciously or unconsciously, we learn that life pertains to suffering, while aspects of pleasure are repressed, even punished. No wonder we live in a world holding so much pain and shame and guilt and rigidity. My mother, like an oracle of the wound and lost in her confusion, demonized my father, projected this pain upon anything else as some form of self-preservation. I carry this with me, the telling of different stories, a conflict of parts pulling away from each other, seeking union, a blindness that defines the trajectory of an entire lifetime, repeating this cycle, chasing and running, controlling and manipulating, justification through sensory satisfaction. My mother, locked in pain. My father, locked in pain. Myself, locked in pain. I hear two sounds, two frequencies, and they make up the entire reality that I live in. It is all I hear, and I dive with them, both of them in either direction, to learn the sounds as parts, with a true desire to reconnect, rather than stay enmeshed in dissonance. To uncover rather than conceal and repel. To reveal the unity. To emerge, re-emerge in love, as love. No longer viewed as separate through the lens of fear and all of its worldly complexity. One ear is the sound I learned, a part of me from my mother. Feminine, receptive, spacious, open, a wound, dark as if in mourning for the loss of purity. The spaciousness longing to be filled. The other sound is penetrative, fierce, with concise and knowing clarity. Logical, controlling, impatient, lacking space or empathy, angry with a desire to enter, openness, to be received. Everything that I go through is a process of these two aspects, trying to come back together, seeking one another in delusion. The wound is the receiver of the untruth, of the manipulation, the external deceit, in thinking it is on the path, yet actually being pulled further apart. It is beautiful. It is tragic. It takes over our life in extremes, swaying us in different directions. I am used to hearing this call and shutting down in the wake of pulled apart. I was accosted at the weight of it, a program I ran to challenge, run to free, run a victim. There is a deception, and we are born into it. Yet we cannot tell the difference. I hear these two sounds, and I've created a space for self-mothering, fathering, lovering, to pull the sounds back in together. One ear learns and leans to listen and receive. The other to penetrate and fill and know, a reconnection, a return back home, to liberation, true freedom of expression, where life is satiated and we are filled with the magic of anticipation. As we move out of being victims in our story into conscious creators of infinite expansion. Now, witnessing the deep purge of the wound in our world.